Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ramblin' Railroad on RailRoads Online. In this episode, we're going to do some train shopping. And before we get started today, there's no new updates or anything, but I'm going to lay out exactly what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the escape key. I'm going to go to save game. I'm going to come down here to slot 10 and just save it. This is my default backup. Usually I save it on slot 1, and because I get a little punchy, I will accidentally hit that. I guarantee it. I'm going to try and do all my saves from this point forward right here on slot 2. This is just my backup. So, I'll hit continue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this train here, and I'm going to hook it on to this train here. I think this will pull it. Ultra will pull it. The whole shebang. And I'm going to go get this train filled up with products. I'm going to do logs and lumber and beams and that sort of thing. And I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to unhook it from Ultra. I'm going to go park Ultra. And then we're going to start buying some locomotives and we're going to test them. And each time I test them, I'll be talking about them. I'm going to pull this heavy train, long 6 cars plus a caboose, up the steepest grades that I have. And we're going to see which engine, which locomotive does the best. And then I'll reload the save game. And after I get this all filled up, and test the next one. That way I don't waste any money. I currently have $6,600. I should be able to buy every locomotive. I don't think there's anything that's over that amount. I could be wrong. I haven't looked in a while. And a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, I don't have that many people watching yet. Some people have recommended like the Eureka and the D&G for doing flat work. The DG, whatever this one is. Hold on. First, let's just take a look at them really quick. Everybody seems to like this one. The Hessler, the Heisler. Gear-driven train. It's got a lot of torque. It's not very fast. Oh no, excuse me. That's the Climax. Some people have said the Climax is still a gear-driven train. Kind of same deal. This one seems to be better. And that's the one I was just talking about. A lot of torque. Not very fast. This one is in the running for sure. This is one I was just talking about. This apparently is good for flat ground. It moves pretty good. It's got plenty of power, but I think it suffers a little bit on the hills. We'll test that. And then somebody just said the Eureka today. I think it was today that they mentioned that. That's the day that I read the comment anyway. So I've seen Con from Con Gaming run this train, this locomotive, and it did not do well at all. So maybe they got it fixed. We'll find out. Close. I gotta look at the prices. So anyway, I'm gonna go get this hooked up to this train here, and I'll be back with you. This is by far the largest train I've ever pulled. I'm really hoping that this locomotive can actually do it. Alright, so we're back here at the freight depot shunt yard. I got a full 12 cars plus a caboose. I used Ultra to get it, and I gotta say it's pretty heavy. Ultra did struggle a little bit, even on flat ground. It seemed like it took quite a bit to get it to even start moving. So, but I got it done, so now let's buy our first locomotive. Oh, first we need to save. This will be our like reset point. We don't want to touch this one. Let's do this one right here. Continue. Alright, so which one should we go with? Oh, which one should we go with first? Let's go with the first one that comes up on the list. See, I kind of know what these do, right? So I'm not going to waste my time with these two for right now. Let's start with the Cook, Mogul, and then we'll just go down the list. We'll do that one next, and then we'll do the Eureka. So this is so scary. Order. So why are we doing this way? I'm not worried about customizations or anything like that right now. We're doing it this way because this is a lot of money, you know. And I said I'm not cheating here, so There's a lot of work to get to this point, and I want to make a smart purchasing decision. So I need to test drive these locomotives. So we'll get this guy hooked up. Let's take a look at it first. I know nothing of this. I think I've saw one or two YouTubers playing with it, but really I don't really know much about it. I do not see a brake on this tender. Oh yeah, there is. Right here. 100%. I get in here. Got to familiarize myself with the controls a little bit. That's the regulator. This must be a steam cox sander. Nope. Cylinder cocks. Okay. Reverser, the Johnson bar. Brake. Okay. Alright. Oh, do I not? Oh, this is going to take a minute. I have to load each locomotive, get it going here. There we go. How much water does it have? There's a sight glass. It's going to be coming out of the tender. So probably this thing doesn't have any. I guess that's water right there. That's water in the boiler. The tender should have a sight glass on it as well. And they would use either compressed air from the air compressor or steam to move the water. Okay, here's the water tank. I don't know if that's full or not. I'm not seeing a sight glass on this, which is, I want to say, unusual. They would have to know at a glance how much water they have, the fireman and the engineer. Great detail, though. Okay, so first up we got the Cook Mogul. I did have some issues figuring out how to hook up the tender. Got the tender full of water, hooked up to the train, and we're going to head out. I'm going to give it full steam as soon as we get on the straightaway. We're going to go over to one of the hills and test out its pulling power up a steep, sharp grade. It's a very beautiful looking locomotive. It looks like what I would expect for a locomotive of this era to look like. Nice big old tender, large platform. It's a good looking locomotive right here. Nice hope it performs well. I think right now we are we're only at 34%. We're already doing pretty good on speed. Now let's open it up and see what it can do. Probably need air generator. Should be just for the lights. I'm going to turn it on. Now we got air brake pressure now. We'll use air brakes. Pretty good, pretty quick. I like to cruise about 50% reg, and ultra anyway. Seems to hold its speed well. Just looking for signs of it slowing down on flat. Air brake pressure. I don't know how much we actually need. We'll do okay on the flat ground. 50% regulator. Hear the whistle. That's cool. That deeper whistle sound. I ran through and got all the switches set. We'll see you back over at the hill. Okay, so we're here at the smelter with the Cook Mogul. Very awesome locomotive. We're going to go climb this hill over here. Derail Hill. It's actually pretty steep. It's got a very sharp curve in it. It causes me a lot of problems, and if this locomotive can pull this hill and do it quickly, I like it. You know, that's kind of the test. So I'm hoping that they all can do it. Whatever one does it the best will likely win. So we'll cruise on over here. We got full boiler pressure. We got plenty of air brake pressure. Water temperature is up. Our water level is lots and lots of water. Good fire temperature and plenty of fuel for this test. And let's go into before we hit the hill, let's go into the cab view. This brake on the way down here is extremely touchy. So I don't know if that's a bug or what, but I do kind of like the cab. It's really cramped in here with a good boiler. But, alright, here we go. Here it is. So we need to go full reg. Full reg. Let's go. This hill right here with 6 cars is pretty hard on Ultra. I hear it chuffing down. Wait till we get on the flat right over there in this test. I want to see how it does on this bridge coming up. I do want to redo this bridge, not this one, but the next one. But we're kind of going a little fast. I'm going to slow down a little bit. It's a sharp corner. It's kind of strange driving a locomotive, you know, large locomotive with a large train on some of this track. I'm so used to Ultra, you know, being very little, pulling a very short train. Kind of scary. Alright, full reg. Let's see how it does. Not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and kill it right here. So this was the Cook Mogul, and it did fairly well. I'm quite kind of impressed. It chuffed down a little bit over here on Derail Hill, but it did pretty good. You know, this is a pretty heavy train. I don't know what iron ore is going to be like, but you know, we're going to be going both ways with iron ore. I think. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this compares to the other locomotives. Go ahead and bring it to a stop. Now we are going to leave this session. Wait. First, let's make sure we're looking at the right one here. So 221, this one, 3922. We want to make sure we load the right one. If you haven't seen this before, you come in here to host server, make up stuff for your name, your password, and one player. And that looks like it's the wrong one. And we want this one. Then we start the server, and now we gotta wait. I'll be back with you in just a minute with our next loco. Okay, here we are in the D and RG Class 70. From now on, I'll just call this one the Class 70. Good looking locomotive. Again, that's that classic profile. I believe that's considered a 280 locomotive, meaning 2 wheels up front, 8 drivers, no trailers. So we got the switches set. As soon as we get straightened out, we'll give her. Alright, let's get going. Pretty good. We're trucking right along here. Let's hear that whistle. That same deep whistle. Now I was looking at this. I don't see a dynamo. That's the air compressor. I don't see a dynamo generator, so this actually shouldn't work. And it does. Oh no. It stayed on for a second. Very awesomely detailed. I really do like this one a lot. Let's see how well it performs. We'll see you back over on Derail Hill. Alright, here we are in the Class 70, coming up to the smelter. I forgot on that flat part to slow down to 50% regulator. As you can see, it's cruising along just fine. It really didn't slow down much from the 100. So the other thing I noticed is I didn't fill the tender all the way up. I don't know if that weight will matter or not. Here we're coming up on Derail Hill. Take a look on the inside real quick. A little bit different layout, similar, but different. We have our compressor control, regulator, reverser, brakes, no generator. Okay, here we go, we want to go full regulator. Right around this area that Mogul started chuffing down a little bit. So is this one. Not as bad though. It didn't really chuff down that much. Boy, some of these hard turns, these bigger locomotives, kind of scary. Okay, let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, it's good looking. Screenshot. It's a good looking locomotive. When I think of American West, 1880s, this is what I think of. This is what I envision. Just kind of struggling on this one a little bit. taking a screenshot, but the trees got in the way. Alright, well, it did okay. You know, I'm slightly impressed. And that's a tough decision so far between the two. You know, I like the looks of this one a little bit better. And let's check out the stats of these two compared next to each other real quick. We'll go ahead and hit the brake. Jump out. So this is the first one that we looked at, the Cook Mogul. And that's why it didn't really chuff down much. It's got a lot more attractive effort. 127,000 pounds. And they weigh almost the exact same. Do they weigh the exact same? This one's just got more torque. So far, this is my #1 pick. I like the way it looks. And it did not slow down much. And that bell keeps ringing. Alright, well, let's oops. Leave session and we'll see you back with the next locomotive. Alright, here we have the Eureka. Now this is clearly a classic American steam locomotive. This is a 440 locomotive. And it's got these big wheels, these big driver wheels. And this locomotive is meant for speed. And it is more designed for like a passenger locomotive, historically speaking. Now, why are these bigger and bad, I would say, for this game? Well, again, the size. Think of your bicycle with the changing gears. If you put that chain on the big sprocket up front, you can go really fast. But it's really hard to start out with that big chain, or the chain on the big sprocket. You need a little sprocket for that chain starting out. That's where your torque is at. Your speed is on the big one. So this thing doesn't have torque, and torque is what's needed for climbing these hills. So we'll try it. We're gonna get straightened out here, and we'll hit this thing at 100%. I got a feeling we're gonna fly. It is really, really well detailed. I do love the detailing in this. Like, I was reading this little badge right here. Baldwin Locomotive Works, Philadelphia. I mean, this is just an absolutely beautiful locomotive. Looks like we're up to speed. We are trucking along pretty good. This might be a good one for flat ground. We're gonna see what it's like in the hills. Let's back it down to 50% cruising. Let's hear that whistle. That never gets old. Alright, let's take a look on the inside real quick while we're chuffing along here. I like it. It's more spacious on the inside. And, are we slowing down? We're slowing down quite a bit. Reminds me more of the, the more open station, open platform steam locomotives versus the Class 70 and the Cook Mogul. So I do have to switch a switch up here. 50% we did slow down significantly. You can hear it chuffing down. I need to get off the regulator now anyway and actually apply just a little bit of brake. We're gonna go run up here and swip it. I'm gonna go running up here and switch a switch. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied there. Here we are at the smelter with the Eureka. Everything is set to go. We got the full train. There's a caboose. Got plenty of water, plenty of fuel in the firebox. All the brakes are off. Actually, let me check that really quick. Yeah, I turned them all off. I only set these first two. I turn off the... I did. Okay. Come on, Eureka. See if you can chuff up this hill. I'm going to get a run at it. I'm going to start back here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're not stopped yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, this loco just doesn't have the ability to climb any kind of grade. It's great on flat ground, but it's gonna come to a stop here. Bam, we're gonna start sliding backwards. I'm gonna set the brake. Hopefully that stops us. Alright. Good looking loco. Not so great on climbing steep hills. I believe right through here this is 5%. It's not the steepest that we have, but it is pretty dang steep and it's got a lot of twists, like I said. I could take it over to the 6%, but you know, I think that class 70 is going to be a good one for us. Let's take a look at it again. Compare it to the Eureka. So here's the Eureka. We only got 5,620 foot-pounds of tractive effort. It weighs a fraction of what the Class 70. It's got over double the tractive effort and weighs more than double. It's also twice as expensive, though, I think. Yeah, close. But, you know, we got the money. And I just got to keep running a couple more trips with Ultra. We'll have the money to get this and a couple other cars that we'll need. These guys. I'm thinking 2. I think that if we do 3 of the lumber, 6 of the beams, and 2 of these, that'll almost give us a balanced load. We'll be able to haul 20 iron ore and 18 supplying the mine. So we got plenty there at the mine. We will need to get more of these, but they're relatively inexpensive. So we'll continue to supply the mine as we pull out of the iron ore. But it is going to be a little off balance. We're going to be taking 2 more iron ore than we're delivering wood for. But like I said, we got plenty of it, plenty of the wood up there already. So I just need a couple more dollars here. Well, we can't use this view. couple more dollars. I think we were at 6,000 something, and then we'll be good. And I'm going to continue to sell these this lumber and these beams to them to make that money. So that's even more we're going to go in for that. So then we can start hauling some iron ore down, and that'll be great. Well, anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Sadly, this one just doesn't have the mustard. We'll probably end up getting that Class 70. Just I think it did a little bit better. The stats are a little bit better. I think it's going to be a better locomotive for us. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this test. And have a good day. We'll see you later. Bye for now.